I'm visiting with Jamie of Career Spark. Jamie, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Before we learn about Career Spark, let's talk about the problem that Career Spark is trying to solve.
Sure. To sum it up, essentially, uh, companies suck at making people decisions. They're just terrible at it. They're just bad, right?
Okay, so I like that succinct answer. So let's make that a little bit longer and we'll explore that a little bit and let's understand why.
Okay, to broadly speaking, 70% of people in the wrong jobs. That's 125 million people in North America alone. Right? So you're talking about an epidemic that's been created and continues to exist despite energy, effort, money spent by companies all the time. So, we're working at it, we're doing all these things, and nothing's really improving. It's not getting better. Tenure and turnover continue to drop. Things are bad. It's bad.
So why? Why are people in the wrong jobs?
There it is. I could probably point to a number of factors, but there's really two big ones that keep happening. First of all, when companies make decisions about people, they almost always base the information on what people have done. If you ask somebody, what you've done, is that relevant? How do you look at it? And someone will say, well, what I've done is what I've done. It's great, but it isn't who I am, and it doesn't really speak to what I can do. So that's problem one. And then the second thing when it comes to people, and this is actually a bigger frustration for me, which is it's incredible the level of opinion we accept as it relates to people decisions. Like it's shocking. We would not accept that level of opinion in any other part of our business, and yet when it comes to people, we accept opinion all the time with everything. It's amazing. And so what you end up with is too much opinion and the wrong information and a continuous cycle of bad decision making.
And it is systematic within the systems from behavior-based interviewing where you say, what have you done is the predictor of what you're going to do, etc., right? So how does CareerSpark solve that problem?
Yeah, no, sure. So at CareerSpark, we decided that the real focus is how do you get the right people into the right jobs? How do we get these decisions right? And a big part of the way we think about the world is get away from opinion and get into facts and get into the right facts. So what we do is we collect information on an individual, both what they've done and who they are. And we combine that information together and look at top performing people. So people who are the best at their job and understand based on the data why those people are outperforming everybody else. So no one's opinion, no other way to look at it. It's factual, objective data, and then once you know why people are outperforming, you now have a model or a benchmark for success, and you can use that information for things like, career pathing and internal mobility and hiring and all the key decisions you have to make throughout the life cycle around a person, and now you're getting it right way more often.
Performance management and promotion.
Everything. And I think what's key for us also is we tend also in the HR world to think about things departmentally, right? And people are people. It's the same human that's coming as a candidate who eventually becomes an employee. So you can't start and stop and do that, but companies do that all the time. They worry about their own processes instead of people. And so we built our system to be a life cycle system. How do we support all the key decisions you would make throughout the life cycle, right from the decision on who to hire and who to proceed with, right through to how do I promote them, how do I develop them, how do I coach them, so that the person you're not just getting it right up front, but you're getting the right people and then making them more successful, which is great for them and for the company. Like it's just a win-win.
So how are the HR departments, the users bringing it in, how do they feel it helps? What's the response you get from them?
Well, I mean, look, the initial response is, well, we've never seen anything like this. So, which is both good and bad because it's change, right? How do you think differently about solving a problem? But the ones who've got it realize that it's transforming their business. And what the right people in HR that we deal with are ones who want to change their decision making. They want to get it right. They're tired of the way it's always been, and so they're super excited about the ability to use real data to make better decisions all the time.
So CareerSpark is helping companies not suck so much at making people decisions.
Yes. That's true.
Jamie, thanks
Thanks
very
very
much.
much, Gavin. Appreciate it.